Welcome to the Lynn Lineup, a program which focuses on events happening right here in the city of Lynn. Here with me today, Vice President of the Eastland Pop Warner League, Bill Cushing. Bill, thanks for being here today.
It's a pleasure, my friend.
So we were just talking before the program. You were honored by the Eastern Mass Papa Warner Association for your lifetime achievement with Eastland Papa Warner. 24 years at 81 years old, still sharp as a tack. We're here today to talk about registration. Happens every single year, and it's set to happen again this year, May 7th, at the Brotherhood Club located on Coburn Street, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is for 5 to 15-year-old kids, and it's football and cheer signups. You can find more information by calling Bill, 781-581-0741. Bill, I want to talk a little bit about registration, but first and foremost, I want to make our viewership aware as to how you're involved with the league. Bill?
Well, I started out taking over from a guy that was only there about 6 months, and he decided he couldn't handle it. So way back in the 90s, I took over the program and was the president for 10 years and has been the vice president ever since. And I'm still a vice president. I'm the big kahuna, you might say, in the Eastland Pop Warner program. Everybody takes my lead because I've been around a long time. I get a lot of self-satisfaction out of seeing all of my kids go through the program. Yeah, I could be in the store and somebody would be hollering out "Papa" to me, be one of my football players, or anywhere driving down the street, same thing. So you get a lot of self-satisfaction. I see a lot of kids go through the program, including you, Sean. So that's me. My wife keeps on telling me I have to stop, but no.
Yeah, you're too far into it. Why stop now?
The wheels are still turning.
And you get tons of ideas. Eastland Pop Warner, obviously a great organization here in the city of Lynn. The value that it holds, I mean, you don't need to sell me on it. I understand the value that football holds. It teaches kids about character, teaches about toughness, it teaches them about cooperation, unity. In your own words, what value does Eastland Pop Warner bring to the Lynn community?
Well, it keeps the kids off the street. It does teach them values and stuff. Not only that, they get a chance to get scholarships. The Eastern Mass passes out scholarships every year. So that's part of it. But the main factor is to teach them discipline, character, keep them out of trouble. Just like all the other programs, they're all great.
Yeah.
The little leagues, the soccers, all the programs in Lynn are great programs because it keeps the kids occupied and away from the elements, which is the main factor. So basically, that's what it's all about.
Guys like you and coaches like I had down at Eastland are the reason why I kind of got into coaching today. I'm lucky enough to be able to coach with my old high school crew, the guys who coached me. I get to learn a lot about the game. But in coaching, I learned real quick that there's very little about the X's and O's, and it's more about developing character and trying to generate good, cooperative, sustainable citizenship. And that's a big part of any type of sports, especially among the youth. Registration is set for May 7th. It's right around the corner. The Brotherhood Club, Coburn Street, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. This is for 5-year-olds to 15-year-olds, football and cheer registration. At registration, what can people expect? Is there anything that they need to prepare beforehand?
Well, basically, they need to come with if they have it, their birth certificate, but we give them time to get it, and then they have to have a health certificate before they can get on the field, those types of things, and of course, the fee, whichever, the fees have changed, so I don't want to get into the fees today because I don't want to mix them up. But anyway, the fees, and the most important thing is the birth certificate and the health certificates, which is required before they can get into the practice field.
So for information about registration fees like that, just reach out to Bill, 781-581-0741. We were talking a little bit about the types of kids that come into the program, the types of kids that you work with, all really good kids. Now, this whole registration process, parents got to be aware that, there is a process in hand. You guys are all volunteers, so, patience is a big virtue that you're really kind of hoping. So now the big things that we want to make sure that parents have, birth certificate and medical clearance. How do they get that medical clearance?
Well, if they've had a physical within the calendar year, they're good. But otherwise, they'll have to go and have the doctor just print out, print out something that says that they're physical fit to play football.
Pretty simple process.
Yeah, not a big deal. Not a big deal.
All right. So I want to talk a little bit about the organization. Eastland Pop Warner, you've been there since the 90s. Are there any continuous improvements, anything that we can expect to come out of Eastland in years to come?
Well, hopefully if we get a new building, we'll be able to, we like to show the films and stuff of the kids playing from previous years and stuff. It gives them an idea of, what they're getting into.
Films are great.
Highlight films for the kids coming into the program to show them exactly what they're looking forward to, not only in regards to game, but in regards to fundamentals of the game, like the calisthenics of the games.
Right.
The running and everything else that goes with it.
Yeah. How about some championships, too? We want some more of those, man.
Eastland has a bad habit of winning championships. So.
I wouldn't call it a bad habit. Bill, I always love having you on the program, man. It's always good to kind of reminisce about those days back there down at the Meadows. Love what you're doing down there with the organization. Bill Cushion, Vice President of the Eastland Pop Warner League. Football and cheer registration are set to happen May 7th at the Brotherhood Club, Coburn Street. That's 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. And you can reach out to Bill, 781-581-0741. Again, 781-581-0741. That's it for the Lynn lineup from the studio here at Lynn Community TV. I'm Sean Donahue, wishing you all the best.